Alright guys, here we are back in Black Ops 6 Zombies, and today we are on Reckoning in Haunted Havoc actually, because I want to show you probably the best gun in the game right now. This is the DM10 Marksman Rifle. Now this thing wasn't a great weapon when the game came out. It was an interesting one because it has like a nice pack-a-punch ability. As you can see, it's a single fire weapon that shoots pretty fast, especially after you put double tap on, but when you pack-a-punch it, it gets a binary trigger, meaning you basically shoot twice every time you click. It shoots once when you click and once when you release the button, so 2 bullets per click. And it's actually pretty cool, but it wasn't that amazing in the beginning. But after double tap released and a few buffs here and there, well, this thing is an absolute monster and definitely my go-to weapon for any boss fight in the game. Even for high rounds, is pretty darn good. And today we're gonna fight Richtofen and show you how amazing this thing can be, just because it does so much damage when it comes to actually non-critical damage. Like the headshot damage is pretty insane as well, but when it comes to non-critical against bosses, this thing is phenomenal. I'm gonna put the loadout on the screen right now. This works pretty well for me. Keep in mind that this does have a bit of a kick, so controlling the recoil is definitely something that you have to kind of get used to. Of course, you can always take off the rapid fire and put recoil springs or something like that, but that will pretty much take away from the power that this weapon has. And let me check. Maybe legendary tool. We got some salvage. Don't worry, there's gonna be another trash can right here that we can open, and absolutely nothing. That's totally fine. But yeah, today I want to test it on Reckoning because this mode can be this map can be pretty brutal, especially on the Richtofen fight, and I want to test it on Havoc because this mode is, well, absolutely ridiculous, especially later down the rounds. So, we're gonna skip ahead, go to the boss fight, show the true power of this weapon, what it can do against one of the hardest bosses in the game, and of course go for some higher rounds to show you guys that this thing can be absolutely amazing. Alright guys, so Easter egg is pretty much finished. We just have to start a boss fight, and I did manage to get Pack 3 Legendary by round 19, which is kind of impressive in Haunted Havoc because they kind of reduce the amount of like tools and crystals, especially crystals that you get. But this match has been a bit lucky, and I just want to show you the damage this thing can actually do. So we're doing around 13,000 in the head, so on the crit spot, and then we're doing like 7,000 on the body, which is absolutely insane. Of course, I'm using on double standard, on double tap, I'm using double standard to do double non-critical damage. This being a marksman rifle that does some pretty good body damage, it's a no-brainer to go with double standard for double tap. Of course, if you're just planning to go for high rounds, so no boss fights, no nothing, I will advise you guys to use the double impact, so every other shot will do 50% more damage, because let's be fair, we're doing almost 14,000 on crit spot. That means we can go up to 20,000 every other shot, which is insane. So yeah, this thing, it's pretty ridiculous. And look at the fire rate. We're using double play, of course, on double tap as well, so increase the fire rate even more. And this feels like a fully automatic weapon, not gonna lie. Alright, we gotta buy like 2 perks, I think, and then we're gonna be ready. I am gonna get elemental pop, because on Richtofen, if you use Vulnera Beam, you are going to do 20% extra damage on phase 1. And it doesn't even matter what ammo mod you have, but of course you do want to have Cryo Freeze so you can deal extra damage to like the commander classes and everything. And I mean, look at this, we're just like cruising through everything. This is amazing. Look at that, 7,200 damage, which is pretty darn insane. One more round, and then we go. We got a doppelgas this round. Yeah, that was a 2-shot. I know it's early round. I know it's round 22 only. But it's just so satisfying using this weapon. So satisfying. I'll try my best to keep one zombie alive so we can set up the free full power and free insta-kill. There we go. We'll keep... There's one. Okay, there's one. So, for the free full power, of course, as I said, we're going to use C4. So we're going to go right here, in front of Deadshot. You got this metal bar, and the full power is right there, which was C4 there. And then we're going to need one more C4. Be careful when we go through a teleporter, especially if you're on PC, because you might, like, spam the interact button to go across faster, but that will actually, like, activate the C4. And the next one is as soon as you get to the Forsaken room, is right in that window right there. And of course, we are going to buy smoke grenades. So we go here, we go to tacticals, there we go, smoke grenades. And you can actually change up your like lethal now. You don't necessarily need to keep the C4. You can go to Semtex or impact grenades or Molotovs and all that kind of stuff, because even though you don't have the C4, you can still detonate it. So here we go. Let's start the boss fight. Let's go to Richtofen. And I just cannot wait to show you how amazing this weapon is. I know I've done a few videos on how to beat this boss and everything and how amazing the DM10 is. But, you know, BO7 is almost here, so yeah, I gotta show off this amazing weapon one more time. And the best part about this gun is the fact that it can do well against any boss in the game, not just this one. If I'm remembering correctly, on Patient 13, this has the highest damage per shot in the game. If you have double standard, and of course you have Nepal burst for that first phase of Patient 13, you can do 15,000 or over 15,000 damage per shot. Non-critical damage, of course, because if you go for crit damage, it does less. For some reason, if you have the right elemental damage, and then it does like 6,000 on crit spot. But you can pretty much delete Patient 13 like so fast. And I know a lot of people are gonna say, yeah, Maelstrom is just better. Yeah, Maelstrom is a super easy to use weapon and everything, but that will lack in a bit of range, in a bit of like ammo. You're gonna find yourself reloading a lot. And believe it or not, the Maelstrom is actually not as good for high rounds as this gun. Because for this gun, if you really go for headshots, you can totally annihilate zombies. Because, as I told you, if you use double impact, you can do 13, almost 14,000 damage, and then the other shot is gonna do 20,000 damage on headshots. So you can do up to 35,000 damage per click, basically, because you shoot 2 bullets at once. There we go, one more of this. That looks like the LTG device from Liberty Pulse. I'll just call it a soul box. There we go. I wish the magazine was gonna be a bit bigger. 45 is not really a lot, but you still like do so well with it. There we go. Now we can go up. And I totally forgot to buy Elemental Pop. Luckily, on the next phase there's gonna be a Wonder Fizz, because I do want to do that extra damage on Richtofen. And I want to check if this is one of those weapons that does extra damage on the legs for some reason. Because that new X52, I think it's called, Resonator, does extra damage if you shoot Richtofen in the legs. Which is kind of odd. So we're gonna go this way. Nothing there, nothing there. There's one here. Very nice. And I know the recoil in the video might seem a bit much, but after you use the weapon for a bit, you're definitely gonna get used to it. And it's not gonna feel like that big of a deal. Alright, because I want to have more points in there, I'm gonna chill here, kill all the zombies. There we go. Very nice. We'll do that. And there we go, all zombies dead. Now we can safely buy Elemental Pop, and you know what, I'm gonna buy that as well. Alright, there we go. Ready to go up. Hey, look at that, we got a mutant injection here with us. We can use it in the fight. I don't think it's gonna do anything though, because as soon as the Klaus like hits you with that electrical attack, that electric orb, yeah, you're gonna get ruined. But I am gonna kick things off using this, the death machine, just so I can do a bit of extra damage. Shoot him as soon as you see him. He's gonna stand still for a second. Can we take a shoulder off? Yeah, we did. Alright, look at that, 6,000 damage, guys. 6,000 damage per shot. And with that fire rate, yeah, that's pretty insane. What are we doing? 34? No, it's actually less on the legs. So you do want to hit the chest. Look how fast we are cooking. This guy is insane. Imagine what you can do with a free fire. Of course, you do need a bit of a trigger finger to spam this as fast as possible. And I know a lot of people are telling me that they can't shoot the DM10 as fast. The only thing I can like think of is that you guys are using the full automatic behavior in your settings. So for example, weapons that are semi-auto, you can like hold the mouse or hold the shoot button on controller, and it will do like full automatic, and that will actually not shoot at the fastest fire rate possible. Oh my god, we're done with this phase. Let's finish it. What do you want to do? It's going to eat a shot, pop your insta-kill in full power, and look at that damage. Look at that damage. Oh my god, we reloaded at the worst time possible. Yeah, we absolutely cooked like half of his health. How insane was that? There we go. We're literally one-shotting the Cloud scores. Even though I know it's insta-kill and everything, Cloud score doesn't go down in one hit with insta-kill like the normal zombies do. I mean, this guy is gonna come back, but he's instantly gonna go up in the sky because he's gonna be immune. There we go. We already have a field upgrade for the next time he drops down. Mimic. Yeah, look at that. One burst. Yeah, I mean one burst, one shot. Such an interesting... I love this pack-a-punch ability as well. I think it's so unique compared to other guns in the game. Of course, I do love the the perfect hipfire, or for example, the SVD turns into a shotgun. I really cannot wait to try out like all these guns in BO7, see what the pack-a-punch abilities are. We already found some of them in the beta, but I really hope like most of the weapons will have something special about them. It's just gonna make the zombies mode so much more interesting and give us like more option to play with. Because a weapon with a special pack-a-punch ability will always like get picked more than others, just because it feels so much more unique. Oh my god. Round 24, it's like we're literally one-shotting zombies at this point. Right. Ricky's about to come down. So I'm gonna go sort of in the middle. I'm not gonna buy ammo because I do have a lot. Okay, it's gonna be here. Poppy the Shroud. I think we're gonna finish his phase pretty fast because he's already low HP. There we go, he's immune. Fantastic. Phase is done. Now we gotta get our full power back. And that's fine because in Haunted Havoc we're pretty much having Rampage on, so zombies are gonna spawn super fast. And I also have the Fatigue upgrade for Vulture's Aid, so we can sit in the Sting Cloud and get our field upgrade back faster. There we go. He's already halfway. I kind of don't see which one is the Sting Cloud because there's so many pumpkins on the floor. But we're almost there. I also have a Gobble Gum for full power, but I really don't want to use it. There's a Sting Cloud. You can see like the little field upgrade kind of icon on the screen whenever you're in the right one. And there we go, we got it back. That's awesome. Now we just have to wait for Ricky to come down. But yeah, when it comes to Richtofen fight, the Maelstrom is very good, but you do want to be like very, very close to him. So that's why I feel like the M10 is going to be a bit better because you can sit far away. GPR is a fantastic weapon. AMR is very good, but being a sniper and a slow one with not a lot of bullets in the mag, people will not really use it too much. But the DM10 is just like the perfect all-round gun. The perfect all-round gun. Oh my god, my aim got like a bit thrown off there. There we go. He's dead. And let's give me that max ammo. Oh, how good was that? How good was that fight? Let's go. No way you can actually skip this. Wow, they actually made it so you can skip it. Alright, we'll sit for a few more rounds. I'm not gonna go health cap. Like, even though this weapon is fantastic on bosses, on zombies, on everything you want to fight in the game, I would still not recommend using any normal weapons against high rounds or against health cap, because the zombies are super sprinting. The zombies are, like, the damage scaling is insane. So even though you kill zombies well, it's still gonna be a pretty harsh experience just because how the zombies work and everything. So a wonder weapon will always make it easier, or for example the kill streaks and everything. Oh my god, that was just got absolutely annihilated. Also, how cool is this strategy right here where you can sit in this corner and the zombies come only from one way. And also a quick thing, whenever you beat Richtofen and then you continue playing, if you're trying to go for high rounds, every time you beat the Uber Klaus, it's not gonna spawn in a Commander Klaus like the little robot that comes out of it. And that only happens whenever you fight Richtofen and beat him. I don't know why, but it's a pretty cool thing. There we go. Yeah, we're absolutely destroying the zombies. Absolutely ruining them. But as I said, people are most likely going to choose, for example, the Maelstrom over this just because it's a lot easier to use. But this does have the range, the ammo, and it's just a very, very balanced weapon, I feel like. There we go. Round 25, just like that. Buy a bit of ammo, sit in the corner. I kind of wanted to change augments so I can show you like the big damage this thing can do with double impact, but I just love double standard so much. That's all I use on my guns, unless I'm using like an AR or something. So you want to use double standard on double tap whenever you use marksman rifles, DMRs, shotguns, and even pistols. And then you want to go for double impact whenever you use SMGs, LMGs, ARs. The weapons that will most likely get you a lot of headshots, basically. And the weapons that you think you're gonna go for body damage more, you're gonna use double standard. This feels so satisfying. Let's go to round 31 and then just exfil. I mean, that headshot damage is insane. Especially when what's it called? Cryo Freeze activates, you can do up 21,000 damage with the elemental damage, which is crazy. That's another round done. That is another round done. 28 on the horizon. Kind of forgot to buy some ammo. I'll do now. There we go. Fire is not extremely bad either, but I would not really recommend it too much. Yeah, look at the damage, the headshot damage, whenever Cryo Freeze like leaves that little storm. It can go up to like 20,000. There we go, round 28. That took like what, 30 seconds? There's so many pumpkins on the floor. It's insane. I'm gonna sit here now for this special round. Zombies are gonna come from that way and then sometimes there. But we should like cruise through this instantly. 42,000 damage. 42,000 damage with the elemental weakness. Holy hell. That is insane. And then 12,000 on the body damage. Yeah, no matter how much I like other guns, I just can't stay away from the DM10. Like every time I want to try hard or anything, yes, the Maelstrom is a good choice, but for me DM10 just gets the job done so easily. Alright, Mimic, can you like bugger off for a second? I hate when Mimics just spawn behind you. Okay, we do have an Uberklaus, so we gotta be a bit careful here. Look at that damage! Oh my! And there's gonna be no Commander Klaus. There it is. That's gonna be round 30 done. A million mimics spawning in. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna take this. There we go. That should be round. We hop down. We have free faller, so there we go. Do this. I don't know why I like went around the whole thing, but that's fine. We buy some ammo. Where is it? Right here. Perfect. Now we just gotta wait for the exfil to start. There it is. Apparently if you sit on this, zombies will only come from the front or something. Let's see, Uberklaus. Uberklaus is dead. Just like that. Uberklaus is dead just like that. Mimics! I hate mimics. If you're on controller and you can like spam Deadshot and everything, oh my god, you're gonna do so much damage. There we go. There we go. I know it's only round 31, but this weapon is doing amazing, especially on the boss fights. Like, this weapon, boss fight wise, is the absolute goat. Alright. Oh, look at that legendary tool. Smash the like button, guys, subscribe for more content, let me know what you think about this gun, and I'll see you all in the next one.